that open yet? No.
You don't want to turn it around.
Yeah, we'll do in a minute. Let's do that now. Probably need my glasses on, just in case anybody decides to ask a question. Who knows? Getting ready for the season. Welcome to southern Russia. Specifically Anapa, A-N-A-P-A. In your Google Maps if you want to know where we are. About 60 miles along the coast from Crimea. On a beautiful sunny day. Shorts and t-shirt. What do you reckon, Shrimp? Yeah, not exactly shorts and t-shirt, is it? Welcome, welcome. So, I'm a happy little bunny, aren't I? Why is that? Because I've got temporary residence permit this week. Gives me permission to stay in Russia for a further 3 years. I wonder if we've got a good connection here. Oh, I know. Maybe the connection's a bit better now. What is that? Komnata Straka. What's that?
It was like, you know, like those rooms where you go and it's scary like inside?
Ah, like a House of Horrors kind of thing. Oh, looks scary on the outside, doesn't it? Not sure about them fellas. I think they're a long way from home. They've definitely been out in the sun a long time, that's for sure. Anyhow, welcome one and all. Join me in southern Russia, as I just said. Anapa, on the coast of the Black Sea, about 60 miles from Crimea. And have a little wander. Bit of a walk and talk today. And yeah, as I just said, one happy bunny. I was in Krasnodar this week getting temporary residence permit stamped in my passport. So that's me here for another 3 years. And I've got to tell you, I'm a little bit happy about that. Not sure that covers it actually. I'm a long way past a little bit. But yeah, went to Krasnodar. And then we drove down to a place called Goryachi Kluch. Very strange name. But means hot springs. So it's in the Caucasus Mountains, in between Krasnodar and the Black Sea on the M4 motorway. And it's a little hidden gem. Lovely little place. Lovely park there. Lots to see and do. Cracking hotel we stayed in. And we definitely will be going back. But I have uploaded a video which I think will go live about 1 o'clock today. So about an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes. That will go live so you can have a little look from there. And yeah, just had a really nice time, couple of days away. Then went and got the car serviced. Its first service. And yeah, it's just been really nice the last few days. It's just been, I think getting the TRP was the final thing. That certainly put me in a good mood. Not that I was in a bad one being here. Should we go that side?
Under?
Yes. right across the road. Anyhow, just wanted to rant. I'm going to rant a little bit about US mediators and US mediation for the conflict in between Russia and Ukraine. Really? Is that the path they're trying to go down? I mean, I said about 16 months ago that they were looking for the get out. They're going to start the narrative so that they can jump out. But I've really got to say, this latest BS, mediation crap. How can you mediate when you're the guilty party? Surely the whole point of mediation is between two parties, yeah? Where they can't agree, so you step in because you're a neutral, you have no skin in the game, so you're there to give an unbiased view and mediate between the two parties from a completely neutral standpoint. Where's the US neutral in that? And they're trying to end the conflict. It's really simple. Get out. Because the US is the reason for the conflict. They're supplying the weapons, the training, the money, the intelligence. The only thing they haven't done is officially, bear that in mind, officially sent troops. So can't really see that they're neutral or unbiased. So quite how they're supposed to be mediating is a joke, really. It's just all typical US BS. We're not at fault. We didn't do it. Do as we say, not as we do. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Apparently that's all right. It's all right for the US to carry on as if this is nothing to do with them and they're very good people and they're trying to resolve the conflict. The conflict's with the US. But there we go. Yeah, Trump was never a fan anyway, as most of you know. But talk about gone down the wrong path. Surrounded himself with neocon morons that just, well, single cell amoebas, I'd call them. No sense, no feeling, solely out for furthering their own monetary career. Loading the bank up, that's all they're there for, isn't it? Dear, dear, dear. Very frustrating, but it is what it is, I guess. The world sees what's going on, really. But in the meantime, it's blue skies and sunshine here. What about where you are? How long have I been travelling now? Dear, what do you mean by that? How long have I been travelling here? What, as in walking down this road, or? I'm not travelling, I live here. I live here in southern Russia. And I love it. There you go. Controversial. Not supposed to, am I? I'm an Englishman. I'm not supposed to love Russia. Well, I do. I do love Russia. Oh, strawberry season. Strawberries. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, I do love it here. Love the people, love the weather, love the country. What's not to love? Love the food. Oh, strawberry season. You don't know. You just don't know. You think you get strawberries in the UK. No. You get artificially modified things. Get strawberries out here. Real ones. And it is now rapidly heading into proper strawberry season. It's a bit early, really, but they'll still be lovely. Anyhow, I'm waffling. Do apologise, but yeah, no, I haven't been travelling, Ollie. I live here. on the coast of the Black Sea. Ukraine means fringe of Russia. Okay. Take your word for that. Oh, here we go. Eric Buzzard. It's so much worse than you know, friend. What is? What, where you live? I hate it here. Ah. I hate it here. Oh, Eric. I'm sorry, Eric. You not got a good life. You always wanted to visit the UK. What for? It's trouble. Everybody thinks the UK is something wonderful. And if you're a tourist, you'll probably have that impression. Go there for a week or two on holiday. You'll love it. It'll be great. You'll go around and look at some stately homes, visit a few parks. Oh. Yeah, wonderful. But live there? No, it's not the country I was born into. It's not the country my dad fought for. It's really sad, to be honest. That's why I'm here. We like it here. Eric, Putin? Question mark. No, mate. No, I'm not. But thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. But no, I'm not. My name's Chris. I'm the Plastic Russian. Definitely not Putin. Mind you, it's possible. If you listen to the West, listen to Western media, because he is responsible for everything, and he is everywhere. He sees everything, and he does everything. Kind of like a deity, really, isn't he? According to the West, anyway. Eric, US. Ah, you're in the US. Well, US, UK, peas in the same pod, I think. Both in the same state of decline, anyway. Oh, lots of nuts as well. Oh, I love the beginning of summer here, and all the fruit comes out, and the nice food in the surrounding hillsides. And everything comes to life. Wonderful. Anyhow, looking at me. What the hell? You don't really looking at me, do you? There we go. Cafes all starting to open up. There you go. Nice pastries, look. Oh. Lovely. Yum, yum, yum. And you saw the prices, I guess. 120 rubles, about £1 for nice fresh pastries. Yum. That's definitely one thing you can't beat here. Food, it's lovely. Nice and fresh. Oh, I think I've seen that place before. Ah, that's a military thing, is it, or something? Or maybe that side. I don't know. Anyhow. Ah, I know what I'm going to go and look at, because I drive past it a lot. Never look at it, but I'm going to. So come with me. I'm going to cross the road and show you something. Oh, I see, Eric. You said what's not to like, and I asked Putin. Hey, mate. I don't know the man personally. But regardless, so you can't make an opinion on somebody, can you? You can't decide whether you like them or not. It's kind of stupid, isn't it? If you don't know somebody, you've never met them, how can you decide whether you like them or not? Because making that decision is only going to be based on what other people have told you. And you've really got to be dumb to make a decision about somebody based on what other people tell you. Especially when said other people are media. Because if you genuinely believe anything the media tells you, you're a loony. But look at this. Now this is Soviet era mosaic. Shame it's got some stickers stuck on it. But look at that. That really wants a good clean. It wants all them stickers pulling off. That's awesome. It's just a bus shelter. That's fantastic. I love that. Yes, to like answer putting. Question: do you see sailboats off the coast? I have this crazy ideal of sailing my boat to Sochi. Oh yeah, yes, yes is the answer to that. Lots of sailing, especially if we go along the coast a bit to Gillingeek. It's very popular there, which is about, I don't know, 40 miles maybe, 30 or 40 miles between Anapa and... No, that's a terrible description, Chris. It's the next town along from Novorossiysk if you're heading south with the sea on your right. There you go. It's a better description. Yeah, lovely little seaside holiday resort town. And sailing there is super popular. There's always little sailing regattas going on. So, but yes, if you carry on going south and you end up in Sochi, yes. Sailing, windsurfing, kite surfing, hydrofoil surfing thingies. Yeah, I'm not going to pretend I know anything about any of that. It hasn't got an engine. I've got very little interest, I'm afraid. And that's just because I'm too old and fat and lazy. Yeah, that. Yes. Yeah, take no notice of Western media. It's all lies. Remember, Russia is snow, bears, gangsters, vodka, horse and cart. Not a lot of snow. Definitely still haven't seen a bear, which is disappointing. Haven't seen any gangsters, although, let's face it, they don't wander around with a big sign on their head saying gangster. So maybe I walk past them every day and just don't know. Vodka. Yeah, let's skip past that one, shall we? Pretend that didn't happen. And horse and cart. Yeah, I haven't seen that either. So, beach is just up there. About 100 metres. The sand dunes of Anapa. We're heading towards the town. Just because it's a nice day and we want to walk. Because tomorrow I don't think the weather's very nice. The wife's taking a driving licence test thingy right now. That's the reason we're here. She's taking a theory test, which is very difficult. I'm not going to lie, very difficult. You've got to get 18 out of 20 questions correct. They're in blocks of 5, so you do 4 blocks of 5, and you don't get to progress from the first block. If you've got, I think, 2 questions wrong in the same block, that's it, end of story, game over. So if you go to your first block of 5 questions and you get 2 of them wrong, that's it, you're out. If you get 1 wrong, you get to go to the next block. And if you get another question wrong in that block, the 3rd or the 4th block, done, finished. And the questions, shall I call them strange and be politically correct? Yeah, some of them relate to driving. Some of them are things like, how much is the fine for, I don't know. Let's see. No insurance, huh?
Tint on the window.
Tint on window, oh yeah. Yeah, what's the fine for having your windows tinted? I don't know. I'm struggling to find out how that's relevant to being able to drive. Because asking a question, in my view, about a fine, how much a fine is really stupid, because you could take your test this week and the fine is X amount. You go and take your test next week and you find that they've increased the fine, so it's a different amount. And what bearing has that got on your ability to drive? ultimately, whether it's 1,000 rubles or 10,000 rubles, doesn't change anything about driving and your driving standards. So, bizarre having questions like that. Don't get that. Oh, you're a jelly whopter. Oh yeah, look at that. Won't fool over there for the moment. Yeah, and very difficult. Some of the questions, yeah, some of the questions are challenging. Definitely. But that's where she is at the moment. She's had one crack at it, failed, so she's having another bash. That brings me on to temporary residency. So, recent law change regarding driving licence and temporary residency. As I understand it, you can apply for temporary residency here in Russia under Putin's new decree, the 702, which states that you don't need to pass the Russian language test or the history or the law test to get temporary residency. So you can come and live in Russia for 3 years till that runs out without having to speak the language, understand the history or the law. Now, I'm not here to argue whether that's correct or incorrect. I'm just saying that's the law. But what I find very bizarre is that they've recently changed the law regarding driving. So if you're from a country that is outside of the Vienna Convention and you get temporary residency in Russia, you have 1 year from when you got temporary residency to pass your driving test. Now, as I said, outside the Vienna Convention, that means you have got to go and do compulsory school and compulsory lessons, driving lessons, to the tune of about 72 hours. It might even be more, because I've seen somewhere it said 96. So somewhere between 70 and 100 hours you have to go and drive, regardless of whether you've got a licence or not, regardless of whether you can drive. These are the requirements. Oh, sorry, big plane. Big, noisy plane. Probably been delivering presents to next door neighbours. And then you have to take the theory test and obviously then a practical driving test. Now, if your country is inside the Vienna Convention, namely the UK, it's different. You don't have to do the driving school. You don't have to do the practical driving test. You only, and I'm putting the word only in air quotes, only need to do the theory. The problem with that is you've got to be fluent in Russian to be able to take the theory, because you can't take any translator in there, no phones, no AI stuff, nothing at all, and the whole thing is in Russian, and it's not daily speak Russian, it's technical Russian. So you need to be fluent in the language. So you can come and live in the country for 3 years without passing the language. But to get a driving licence, you've got to be fluent in the language, and you have to do that within 1 year. So you're going to come to Russia, be completely shell-shocked because it's nothing like you were told it was by the West. And you're going to try and find a job maybe, and a house, somewhere to live, all of that. And on top of that, you've got to pass the driving test. It makes no sense in my head. And that's only recently been included. For me, it seems that you should be able to exchange your licence if you've got a driving licence. Hey. Oh, we better go over there, haven't we? Oh, yes. Yeah, you should be able to, if you've got a licence, you should be able to exchange it for a Russian one, if it's part of the Vienna Convention. But certainly it should be valid for the same period that your temporary residency is, I suppose. I don't know. I understand it's Russia, Russian rules, so if you want to come and live in Russia, you abide by Russian rules. I get that. But it doesn't mean, or it doesn't change the fact that that might be a little bit short-sighted. So, yeah. Come to Russia, get temporary residency, apply for a job, but if you can't pass the driving test, you can't drive. And as I say, the only way you're passing the driving test is if you're fluent in Russian. So, I don't know. Very bizarre. I suppose the other thing you can do is just go and guess it, because as with all tests, there's no rules against guessing it. You take the test and you pass or you fail, that's the rule. So, you know, it's multiple choice. You can potentially go and guess it, and if you pass, you've got a licence. There's nothing in the requirements that says you must be fluent in Russian. There's no rule about that. It's just to be able to read the questions, you need to be fluent in Russian. But as I say, that's not a parameter for the test. So I suppose you could just take the test and guess it. And the other thing is, you pay for the test, I think it's about 2,000 rubles. And when you fail, your retests are free. And I don't know if there's a restriction on how many times you can take the test. I think it's every 2 weeks or something. You've got to give it a 2-week period before you can have another bash. So you could, in theory, spend your 2,000 rubles, have a crack at the test, just guessing it, get an understanding of what's involved, and then just keep booking in and guessing it till you get it right, if you can't speak the language. And if you've ever tried to learn Russian, well, maybe you're a genius and you can learn Russian really quick. But not everybody's academic. Not everybody picks that sort of thing up. And it's an extremely challenging language to learn. So maybe that's my future. Learning as much as I can Russian-wise, and then guessing what I can't read. Yeah. Anyhow, that's me ranting. Been ranting for a while, haven't I? Right. GS, do you know Countryside Acres channel? Canadian, yeah. They're really, yeah. I do know them. Reached out to them when I first came to Russia. I first started a YouTube channel. Literally just started it because naively I thought that all YouTubers from the West in Russia had the same view that I did, that they just wanted to show Russia and the reality of coming to Russia and, you know, daily life, and here's what I'm seeing, so can you. And I thought it was going to be one big happy family where everybody was going to help each other, etc, etc. So naively, I suppose, I messaged Countryside Acres and said, hey, I'm from the UK, I've just started a YouTube channel, wonder if we could have a chat. Maybe because at the time they were doing videos saying they were struggling with everything, and I was in the same position. So I thought, well, my wife's Russian, I was one up on them with that, because obviously my wife could speak the language, she knew a lot of the rules and regulations and laws and where to go, and their videos were we're struggling with this, we don't know what to do with that, we haven't got any money, we can't get this money to here, we don't. And I thought, I'll help. Oh yeah, I'll go along here. I thought I'll reach out and see if I can help them, and maybe they can help me too. We can help each other. No. One word reply. No. So, okay. So yes, I do know the channel Countryside Acres. I don't watch it. I'll be honest, my personal opinion, I just found them a bit prickly. Just found them unapproachable. So, yeah, I can't comment on the channel. I don't know about their content because I don't watch it. I know who they are. I know their story. But like I say, I just wanted to say hi. They didn't. So, okay, that's all right. There we go. Anyhow, next. What's on? What's next? few messages retracted. Okay. What are the temperatures there today? Well, I'm in a t-shirt and shorts and I'm pretty hot. I think it's about 20 degrees today. I've just been informed by my what we're calling you today. You're not a thing or an it anymore. You've had an upgrade. She's now a she and I don't know.
19 degrees feels like 20.
19 degrees feels like 20. Apparently, it feels a bit more than 20 to be honest. So I'm hot. But then 20 degrees in Britain is summer, isn't it? Let's face it. So, but it's lovely. Eleni Parentis. Sorry if I've butchered. No, sorry, not if. I'm sorry I've butchered your name. Are there driving schools that are in English? Can you do the tests through the schools? Yes, there are driving schools. No, they're not in English. So you can go and do the driving school, I guess, with, you know, an AI translator headpiece or something, but it's all going to be in Russian. They're not going to. This is Russia, and I think that's the attitude. And it's, you know, ultimately it's correct. Let's face it. You know, if you come to Russia, speak Russian, and that's the rules. There aren't multiple languages and this, that, and the other. It's Russian. A lot of people do speak English, but that's through their own choice in education. There's no legal requirement. I think there used to be a lot of signs in Russian and English, but they're the only two languages I've ever seen on signs. But it's Russia, so speak Russian, and yeah, it's kind of the rule, I think. Which is a shame, especially in the modern era. In this day and age, everybody's situation is different. Yeah, you know, AI translators are amazing. Virtually instant real time. So, you know, I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about the language, I'll be honest. Regarding the driving test, not about the language, of course. I want to be able to learn Russian, but I know it's going to take me a long time. Because it's a very technical language and I'm not academic, so it's going to take me a very long time. But yeah, when it comes to the driving test, you're going to need to be fluent in Russian. GS, they're Amish, can be like that. Yeah, Amish or rudish. I don't know. I just think you should treat people how they treat you, and I think you should always be polite to people. And if they're a dick to you, fair enough. You know, but you should always start from a point of politeness and helpfulness. And like I say, I reached out to them because I think I watched one of their videos, and they were literally at the time saying, we've got to leave the country. Because there was something regarding, it's different from Canada, the visa process is different, but there was something regarding the way that they come to the country that they were saying that they needed to leave. But the biggest problem at the time was money, they were saying. Wow, look, awesome. Biggest problem was money, they said. They can't move it to Russia because of the sanctions, etc. And I reached out to them to help them regarding that. That was the point of me contacting them. It was just, you guys look like you're in the same boat as me. Let's see if we can help each other. So, yeah, just to be one word answer, no. And then I think I left a comment or a couple of comments on one of their videos. Just, hey, look, contact me. I think we can help each other, blah, blah, blah. And I just got the same thing pretty much. Just cold shoulder and blanked. So, hey, yeah, maybe I caught them on a bad day. Don't know. Or maybe, as you say, Amish people are just like that. I don't know. Just a bit strange to me. But anyhow, they're who they are. I'm who I am. And yeah, I'm just doing my thing. They're doing theirs, I guess. Like I say, I don't watch their channel, so I don't know what it's about. And I don't get involved in gossip, of which I've heard untold amounts. Not interested, really. I'll make my own mind up and my own opinion about people and places. Not necessarily what somebody else has decided. Oh my god, it's 23 here and I need a sweater in Athens. Yeah, that's the thing. The locals, I mean, look at this lovely couple. A gentleman in a jacket and a hat, and a lady in a nice padded coat. And I, t-shirt, shorts. So, yeah, locals, it's cold. 20 degrees is still winter for them, I suppose. Not for me. I'm a Brit. 20 degrees is summer. That's a cool place. In there. Can you see it there? It's a dolphin, seal, whale place. Aquarium, dolphinarium, something like that. Anyhow, you can go and watch the dolphins and the seals, and they've got a beluga whale in there. And you can actually, at the end of the show, you can go up and you can have your picture with the dolphin or dolphins and the seals, and you can stroke them. It's really cool, really cool. And some people are a bit anally retentive about that sort of thing. Oh, it's cruel to the animals. Well, I disagree. It all depends what the animal knows. If you pluck it out of the sea and it's been living in the sea for 30 years and then you stick it into a pond, it's pretty cruel. But if that's all the animal knows, as the saying goes, you don't know what you don't know, do you? So if they're well looked after and happy, and you know, I don't speak dolphinish, so I wasn't able to converse with the dolphins. I can tell you they look pretty happy, and they certainly looked pretty well. So yeah, I'm not in the captive animals is cruel camp, because ultimately it's a good way to get close to nature in that regard, learn a bit about the animals. They probably get more donations to help the animals than they would do if they don't have something like that, excuse me. So for me, I think it's a good thing, but depends how they're looked after. Anyhow, perfect pronunciation of your name. Christ almighty, well, I've fluked that, I'm afraid. Definitely. I've just learnt to read words more directly, because the Russian language doesn't muck about with wasting letters. If there's a letter in a word, it's there for a purpose. It's not a silent letter. So if you can read the Russian alphabet, you can read Russian and pronounce it ish to a degree. Whereas that's not the same with English. You know, things like bomb and tomb. There you go, it's just one instant example. Spelt the same apart from the first letter, but sound completely different. But yeah, no, Russian is, if the letter's there, you use it. So I'm kind of doing that when I read other stuff now. So thank you for being so kind and saying I pronounced your name perfectly. It's a fluke, I bet I can't do it again. Winter bass. Hello, darling. Hello spoke in the London text. Hello. All right, governor. My family's from London. I was born in Devon, where we all speak like that a bit, really. Talk a bit like that. Go and drink some scrumpy and talk about the grockles coming down to visit us. Yeah, bit of a mongrel. Pension news. Hello, sir. Nice to see you. Congratulations on your residence permit. Thank you. Can't begin to tell you how happy I am about that. Yeah. What's there to say, really, other than another chapter in my life. Fantastic for me. Because literally would be heartbreaking if I couldn't stay here, because I freaking love this country and I don't care who hears that. If your opinion about Russia is based on Western media, you need to go and give your head a wobble. Certainly after 3 years of a load of bullshit that's been proven to be bullshit time and time and time again, if you're still soaked in that narrative, then there's no help. There's no hope for you either. You're just gone. You're lost, which is a shame. But yeah, nice to see you. And yeah, I'm super happy about that. Super happy. Big construction. He's got proper health and safety shoes on, trainers. Trust me, that's an upgrade. Normally they're in flip-flops or Crocs. But yeah, as you can see, just loads of construction. Tank 500, nice. Right then. Loads of construction everywhere. Somebody needs to empty that bin. Look at that. You know me and a rubbish bin. I do love a rubbish bin, but it's a bit full now. He's emptying. GS, appreciate your channel. Nice to see Russia from the inside. Lots of respect for the country and people. My Russian friends from overseas are stand-up folk. Yeah, I think I've been asked, I've done a few interviews and I've been asked in the interviews what I think of Russians. What's my opinion? What's my first impression? And it's that they are sincere and genuine. They don't mince words. If you are an idiot, they will tell you that you are an idiot, but they won't be holding that as a grudge against you for the next 20 years. It'll take about 20 seconds because they've told you. But that doesn't mean everybody's running around going, you're an idiot. I'm just trying to make the point that they just say what they need to say and then move on.
Mum's passed.
Huh?
Mum's passed.
Mum's passed?
No, she didn't get anything wrong.
Holy shit. Well, the wife's just passed her driving test. Fantastic. That's amazing. That is amazing. Because it is not easy. So fair play to her. She has, I've got to say, I am nothing like my wife in that regard. She studies. She can pick a book up and will just do it day after day after day. And that's what she's done. So she's earned that. I'm super chuffed with that. Really chuffed. Doesn't matter. She'll never drive. She doesn't drive out here. Got no intention of driving. But it's just something she wanted to do. And she's passed with no questions wrong. So she got 20 out of 20. So that is absolutely fantastic. I'm properly chuffed about that. Big, huge grin on face right now. But like I say, she has earned that 1,000,000%. She has been burying her nose in that book. Even when we were away this weekend going in Krasnodar, every spare moment she was taking mock tests and reading the book. So fantastic. Awesome. Sorry, GS. Thank you for those kind words. I just do this as often as I can. Turn the camera on, do a live stream, let you guys ask me a question. I will answer or get to every question as long as my battery doesn't run out. If I don't read out your question, it's because it's not showing on my screen. YouTube does censor. You have to be aware of that. So don't ask a question with swear words, numbers, links, stuff like that, because the algorithm tends to grab hold of them and boot you out. So you can bash away at your keyboard and I won't see it. But I will, if the question is asked, I'll answer it. But yeah, thanks for those kind words. Yes, like I say, all I want to do is show real Russia. Just as I see it. Not, it's not propaganda. I'm not running around saying, oh, look, and just showing you good bits. I'll show you the warts and all. The good, the bad and the ugly, because I'll show you what my eyes see. Which is exactly what I'm doing now. So yeah, try to do live streams so I can do this. Try to video stuff that I think's interesting. The biggest thing with me and my videos compared to others is that I don't edit. I don't do fancy thumbnails or titles, AI generated titles, all of these tools, I suppose, to enhance the video, because I just personally am too freaking lazy. Yeah, that's it. That really is genuinely the reason. I don't do all of that fancy thumbnails and that because I can't be bothered. I've got a life and I love my life, and I'm not going to sit all day in front of the computer trying to edit a video together. And I feel sorry for the guys that have to do it, of which there are many. But I'm in a fortunate position. I don't need to chase the revenue, so I don't need to do it. And that's the main reason. But the other reason is, I think that doing a video without any editing just shows you the reality, the real stuff. And you're going to get, I think, a better informed view rather than something that's edited together with 30 or 40 different clips. It looks great, but there's always going to be that thought in your mind, if they cut the bad stuff out, is this the same town, yada yada yada. Whereas for me, I turn the camera on and I turn it off when I'm finished. So yeah, but that's my personal view. Obviously my channel is very small. I haven't got 100,000 followers, so perhaps if I glossed it up a bit I would have, but I ain't gonna. I'm me, my subscribers seem to like what I do, so yeah. Which, if you're not a subscriber, please be a subscriber. Join my Telegram group and ask me some questions about life here in southern Russia for a Brit. Anyhow, let's try and catch up with the questions. 12 degrees and cloudy in the UK today. Yeah, I looked at my hometown today and went, ugh, yuck. Anapa, we have 300 days of sunshine a year. Here. 300. I think that's under. I think that's quoting under, because I think it's more. But officially, it's 300 days a year. How about that? Alex, good afternoon. Thank you for the interview. It was interesting to hear your story. Thanks, Alex. Which one do you mean? Do you mean the interview that I did for the TV programme Anti-Fake on Channel 1? Yes. The Plastic Russian was on the biggest TV channel in Russia, Channel 1. Or do you mean the lovely interview I did with Maxim, where he came round to our house and we sat down for a couple of hours and he just asked me about my life in Russia, basically? Or do you mean the interview stroke article I did with RT? Look at me name dropping like I'm something special. But yeah, thank you. In Calgary, Alberta, Canada, there were young guys that would come out in shorts at 5. Yeah, that's me. Shorts, baby. Pension news. Oh, you've pulled your message. Eleni, love how you show all the beautiful parts of nature in Russia Yes, some YouTubers are in Russia only to make money from YouTube and Boost, etc. It's all about the money, not on human relations. No, unfortunately, that was my biggest shock really with YouTubers. You know, like I say, I thought it was just one happy club just really wanting to show Russian life, you know, but it's not. And most of them are just interested in generating revenue. And I'm not, never have been, couldn't care less. So, cyclists. Cycling is very popular here in our region. A lot of cycling clubs, very well organised. Andrea, hello Chris, congratulations on the permit. Thank you. Oh, we're going to have to cross the road then. Got to cross the road. Congratulations on the permit. Thank you, Andrea. Super happy, as you probably know. Although you're not in my Telegram group, so you probably don't know. Right, we're going to cross the road. GS, congratulations to wifey. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to head back to see her now and take her out for breakfast, I think. I think she's earned breakfast, doesn't she? My wife earns breakfast every single day because I am very fortunate to have the best wife in the world. My wife is, put it simply, amazing. Absolutely amazing. What a beautiful soul. So yes, I love my wife more than air. I'm pretty keen on air. But yeah, she is literally one of a kind. They broke the mould when they made my wife. So we'll take her out. Let's take her out. Sun Park, ultra all-inclusive. So 4-star resort where you can come and do all of your resort kind of stuff. Lots of entertainment and swimming pools and all that kind of thing. Treatments, spas, massage and all of that. Andrea, you've retracted your message. Okay. Eleni, guys, you can do this. Olga, congratulations to you and your wife. Thank you. Oh, my pretty assistant for today, our daughter, and my translator, is just making sure I'm not getting run over, which is very kind of her. She's put me on the path. Oh, okay. We're following the yellow brick road. Look, we're off to see the wizard. Well, we did that Tuesday. Went off to see the wizard to get my residency. Mitchell, are Russians happier than those in the West? Oh dear. I don't know. I think people in the West worry too much about the materialistic stuff because that's how we've been brought up. That's the way the Western economy works. So from a very young age, it's drummed into you to work hard and strive to be able to buy yourself a house, buy, be able to buy this, be able to buy that, upgrade from this, upgrade from that, buy the latest TV, buy a bigger house, buy a better car, buy. Why? Not for your benefit, for the government. Because that's the way Western society works. Spend, blah, blah, blah. Russians aren't wired like that. They are not materialistic. In general, I'm sure there are. I'm sure somebody will say, yes, they are, blah, blah. In my experience, they are not materialistic. If you've got a nice car, they say, oh, congratulations. And you'll get that, you know. You buy a new car, people will say, oh, congratulations on the new car. Whereas in England, they'll turn their nose up at you. Or they'll make some snide comment, oh, you bought a Chinese car? Oh, I bought a BMW. You know, some dickhead comment like that. Russians aren't like that. They're pleased for you. If something goes well, they're pleased for you. They're just genuine, sincere. But, you know, they're not going to come running up, waving flags and jumping around going, oh, you know, they're genuine and sincere, as I say. In my opinion, and this is my opinion based on my own experience, Russians are a lot happier than people in the West. Mainly because they don't worry about shit. They don't worry about the little rubbish. Case in point, I haven't seen any violence here since I've been here. Not a punch up in the street, not drunks brawling, not heated arguments, no road rage, nothing. Why? Because if somebody cuts you up in their car and you're in yours, nobody really cares. You just sort of go, oh, okay. He obviously needed to be there, or he was in a hurry. And they don't worry about it. Whereas in England, how many people have been murdered in England over road rage? Yeah, exactly. So they're not hung up on the little stuff, the nonsense. It's just like, whatever. Whereas in England, we're just forced in together, mixed in a big pot. Apparently it's all good, cultural mixing. But everybody's living on top of each other. So everybody's stressed and wound up like a clock spring. I can tell you, coming here is a breath of fresh air. Because it's the most relaxed I've ever been. Oh, cool. As you can see, cycling's a big thing. So I would say Russians are definitely happier than people in the West. A lot of Russians have a holiday home. They get a lot more time off of work. There's more public holidays. And I think they prioritise life and family. Whereas in the West, we prioritise money, bank balances, or a fancy car on the drive that we can't afford. The Russians don't. They live within their means, from what I've seen. My experience. I'm sure somebody will argue with me. But Andrea, congratulations to her as well. Thank you. Yeah, she's a clever old bird, my missus. She's very smart. She's a dangerous combination, have you know, as a man. You have to navigate slowly and carefully, else you could end up in all sorts of trouble. So, I've learnt that when I'm around my wife, I engage my brain before opening it. Before opening the brain? No, before opening my mouth. See what I mean? Yeah. Sorry, Andrew, I missed your comment and went straight past it. We have to find a lovely wife for Sam as well. Sam, I'll tell you who Sam is. Sam is Chandler. Do you ever see the TV show Friends with Chandler, Matthew Perry? God bless him, rest his soul. For me, he was the best character, without a doubt. Everybody had their own character in Friends that they really liked, but for me, Matt Perry was absolutely brilliant as Chandler. The script writing was fantastic, but you can have a brilliant script if it's not delivered properly. It's dead in the water, and that guy, I think, played that character incredibly well. I don't think that could have been done better. So for me, he was the best thing about Friends. But if you ever watch Friends, you'll know how fussy he was when it came to women. Prior to Monica, I always think of his line in one of the episodes, big head, big head, big head. Because there was always something about a woman that wasn't quite right for him. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with having standards. Absolutely nothing wrong with being particular. But I think you You have to focus on what's important and understand that there's no such thing as perfection in any human being. We're all flawed. And that doesn't mean that's a bad thing. It's just personal. It separates us, it changes us, makes us different from each other. The good, the bad and the ugly. And yeah, I think Sam's been on his own for a long time. And I think he just is so busy with his life, with his house and YouTube, and prior to that, the businesses that he had and run. I don't think he's really had time to find out who he is as a person and what he wants from a partner. Consequently, he goes on a date and then, yeah, not really that keen or whatever. So, yeah, I think Sam needs to do a bit of internal searching. Sam, search internally. Have a look. But yeah, you've got to find your glove, haven't you, that fits on your hand. That's the goal. I'm lucky I found mine. She's got chains around her ankles now. She can't escape, and I can run faster than her. So she's had it. It's game over, wife. Game over. Mitchell, thank you, sir. That was a profound answer. All the best. I might find myself in Russia sooner than I thought. Mitchell, thank you very much. I don't think you would regret coming to this country. Depends if you come with a Western media view and a big chip on your shoulder, then maybe, but I don't think anybody with a brain would do that. Why would you? If your opinion is based on what the Western media says, you wouldn't come here anyway. So it's really only for intellectuals, intelligent people, clever people, people capable of critical thought that will actually come to Russia in the first place. But I promise you, every single one of you that does will be deeply confused, pleasantly surprised, astonished. It is, yeah, it's the best place I've been. Love the country, love the people, love the food, love the weather, love the culture, love the attitude of people. Just, you know, no crime. The respect that people have for each other. The fact that it's all about family and friends, and it's just a completely different way of life, and it's wonderful. I absolutely love it. I've been emotional at times for the way Russians have treated me. So, yeah, it's wonderful. Andrea, how long have you been married? Oh, Andrea, that's not fair. My wife's probably watching this stream. Oh no. I know the date. We got married in February. When do we get married? Shit, I'm a bloke. We don't do this stuff. Andrea, that's mean. That's so mean. 4 or 5 years. Oh, back off. 4 or 5 years ish. Something like that. Terrible cough I've got. So yeah, and the video cut out then as well when I was giving you the answer, and I don't want to repeat myself. It's just yeah. So no, we've actually been married for years, and it's yeah, it's wonderful. I highly recommend married life if you found your glove. Sorry, okay, it's too late now, isn't it? Should have private messaged me that one. Stuck me on the spot. Back at the Dolphins, look. Mitchell, thank you very much for that. That's very decent of you. $3 for it. Thank you. No idea what that means in rubles, but thank you. Doesn't matter if it's a penny. Very gracious of you. I think anybody that donates to a channel, I always am quite humbled by that, because why? Why should you? But no, appreciate that. Thank you very much. Birthday and anniversary. Don't. What's you Furby? Furby, frick's sake, reel your neck in. Are you guys trying to bury me today? You're asking about wedding dates, and now you're going to start on birthdays and anniversaries. What the heck? Jesus, it's lovely weather. Look at the sky, blue sky. Look, lovely sky. Look, blue. Bora Bora. Yeah, look. One of the water parks in Anapa. There are a few, and of course, the auto farm. Hang on. Photo farm. Photo farm. Photo farm. Photo farm. Well, you can read Russian. Don't shrug your shoulders. What's that say? Photo farm. Yeah, it's that. And apteka, which is chemist or pharmacist. Pharmacy. There are millions of them. They're everywhere. So people that are worried about coming to Russia and I need my medicines, don't worry. There's one on every street. Bora Bora getting ready for the season. This time of year, they're all getting final preparations, a bit of painting and a bit of cleaning, a lot of rebuilding they do during the winter months, rebuilding and repairs, and then when the weather changes they do the painting and the cleaning. Here's the Hollywood stars, look. 2017. I did know what these were. I think these are people that have performed here. Quest Pistols show. Sveta. Elena Temnikova. Elena Temnikova. Don't know. Estradarada. Is that like Bananarama? But yeah, I think these are all people that have performed here. 5-star family. Tibet. MOT, no, don't need one out here. The one. Christina Sai. Igor Krid.
Yeah.
Da, Krid. Goof. Linda. Jar Caleb. I can read that one. See, I can read Russian. Grib. Griby. Oh yeah, it's that word that I can't do. And Basta. I'm sure he's not. I'm sure he's a lovely fella. I'm with Andrea. Flowers for the wife. Come on now. GS, bugger off. And luckily, my wife doesn't like cut flowers. She thinks that it's a shame to cut them when they're growing. They're quite happy. And she's right. A lot of women like flowers, but my wife loves them, but she likes to see them in the ground growing. She doesn't like to see them chopped and handed into a bouquet and in 2 weeks thrown in the bin. It's nice. That'll give you a brief glimpse to the soul of my wife. She sees the good in everyone. She is I'm savage, I'll be honest. I've learnt not to suffer fools. I have no time for idiots, and I'm brutal about it. And my wife is the yin to my yang. She's the voice of reason. She's the one when I'm saying can't be bothered to talk to that person, they're an idiot. She's the one that's saying, yeah, you're right, they are. Why were you even speaking to me in the first place? No, she's the one that's saying, well, you know, seems right, but yeah, she's a good judge of character. That's why she married me, obviously. But no, she's fabulous, my wife. So if it's got a little bit windy here, I think guess because there's no trees in this little bit, so the wind's picked up, but bear with. Do they have palm trees? So yes, they will have, the same as my hometown in England has palm trees, but they're kind of imported here and stuck in the ground. They don't grow naturally. However, if you go south 300 kilometres to the subtropical climate of Sochi, it's one of the things that Sochi is famous for. Palm trees. There's lots of them. Well, there we go. That's my battery. That's all right at the moment. That's not so bad. Andrea, thank you for that. 50 kroner. I can't buy her flowers, but I will buy a breakfast on you, thank you. And I know exactly what she's going to want. She likes a nice fruit salad, so we'll probably go for brekkie. So thank you. I'll tell her that you've bought her breakfast, and then she'll say yes, because otherwise she's just say, if I say come on, I want to take you out, she's, no honey, you don't need to take me out. That's my wife. That's who she is. And for those wondering, I met my wife in the UK, and there was no discussions about moving to Russia. So I know there's a stereotypical Englishman with a Russian wife. Oh yeah, she's after your money. You got married so you could get a Russian passport, and yeah, all of that crap that the uneducated fools continue to spin. But no, not at all. My wife, when I'm rich and famous, she will still be my wife, because she was there before the money, so she will be there after it. She wasn't interested in money. As I've said many times, one of the things she said to me quite early on, well, not quite early on, when I packed up work, was, it's going to kill you. It's very stressful. Pack it in, give up work. And I said, yeah, but we need the money. She said, I couldn't care less about the money. I don't need the money. I need my bear. And her words were, I'll live in a tent as long as I've got you. So, yeah. So she's not money motivated at all. She's not shiny things. I've tried to buy her stuff 1,000 times. I tried to buy her a car once. That didn't go down well. She was not happy with me. But I'm an Englishman, you know, it's our programming. I think I had the Range Rover at the time. I think I just dropped about 70 odd grand on a Range Rover. And I thought I'd buy the wife a little car. She's got an English UK licence. I'd buy her a little car. I was looking at a little Toyota Aygo, and I found a peach of one. A really lovely car. One owner, super low miles, every single extra, full history, lovely little car, good price. And I was trying to be sneaky because I wanted to buy it and just sort of turn up with it. I was trying to be sneaky, and my wife's a little bit too clever for that. So I was trying to get her driving licence so I could get it insured. And she went, honey, what are you doing? I was like, nothing. Honey, what are you doing? Oh, damn it. And I'm thinking, gutted, it's going to spoil the surprise, blah, blah, blah. So I came clean and said, I'm going to buy you a car. She's like, I don't need a car. Why do I need a car? So it's not about need, it's just a nice thing to have. She said, yeah, of course, it's a nice thing to have, but I don't need a car. You don't need to spend your money. Don't spend your money, please. Which, that was the good bit. And she finds out, or I show her the car, because I think, oh, maybe she'll like the car. And she saw the price. It's only 5 grand, I say only. I understand 5 grand is 5 grand. This is a few years ago. Oh dear, that wasn't good. She just stood up and said, are you mental? Pardon? Are you mental? well, I'm a little bit retarded at times, I'll grant you, but I don't think I'm mental. £5,000 on a car. Are you meant to? Oh my God. Oh, and she literally lost her nut. And he was like, honey, if you're going to buy me a car, £200 for a car is all I need, is maximum. Oh my God, oh my God. So, yeah, she's not keen on me spending money on her. She don't like it. Makes it very difficult. Kind of, you know, when we go to book hotels, I want to go in a 5-star. What's the best room you got? She's not like that. And she's right. She's absolutely right. That's the crux of it all. She's right. And there we go. Anyhow, love my wife. I'm with Andrea. Flowers for the wife. Come on. No, we've done that. Eric, palm trees, done that. Andrea, thumbs up. Thank you. Eleni, is the sea warm enough to swim in, or do we just look at the water? Are there lots of places to eat on the waters or not? So loads of eateries along the coast, along the seafront. We were heading that way, but the wife's come out of her driving test, having passed, so we're heading back now. But yeah, loads and loads of places to eat. God, you can still smell the oil, can't you? Blimey. Do you not smell it? That crude. Get whiffs of it every now and again. There was a big natural disaster here a while ago. Well, not a natural disaster, completely unnatural. A few months back, and it was devastating. But as is the way with Russians, they come together to help with the clean-up process. But it was tragic. Broke my heart coming down to see that. Have a look at some of my videos, you'll see. Yeah, you can smell it here. It's obviously part of the clean-up operation is behind there, I guess. Is the sea warm enough? Hell yeah, in the summer you're looking at low 30s temperature for the sea. So yeah, you're looking, wow, yeah, it's really strong smell still of the crude. That's obviously behind that fence. Machinery they've been using, I guess. But yeah, you're looking at 32, 33 degrees centigrade temperature of the sea. It's like getting in a warm bath. It's amazing. Now I would say it's probably 18 degrees at the moment. Maybe a bit more, don't know. Our pool is 18 degrees at the moment. And that's got no heating, it's just the air temperature and the ground temperature. The good thing here is that the entry to the sea is so shallow. It's such a level walk in. It's not like a big drop. So you can walk out 20, 30, 40 metres and only be up to your knees. So because it's so shallow, it heats up quicker. So yeah, you can definitely swim in the sea, most definitely. A lot of people come from all over Russia to come to Anapa for the sea, for the beach, for the algae. They like to, it's an algae season here for a few weeks, where you get big blooms of algae, green algae, and they love to come and sit in that. It's very good for your skin, apparently. So yeah, 40 kilometres of sandy beach we've got here at Anapa. It's lovely. GS XRP will make you desirable. My wife has no or didn't have any concept of crypto. She does now, because obviously she hears me banging on about it, but crypto to her is just, yeah, same to everybody, I think. To 99.9% of the population. No, it's a scam. No, it's not. It's your life, it's your world, it's your financial future. She blogging? Nah, she's having a private moment. Eleni, big love, thank you. It's very nice. Andrea, must leave. Thanks for the walk. Paka. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, Andrea. Thanks for the donation. Appreciate that. Don't take it too seriously, buy whatever, Chris. No, I'm going to take her out for breakfast. Like I say, she's earned it. She's done well with that driving test. I'm amazed. I shouldn't be amazed because she's clever. But given the difficulty, I'm amazed. Sharks. Oh, hang on, no, I jumped one, haven't I? Warm bath for you. Well, 31, 32 degrees in the sea, I think it's pretty warm. In the UK, that's, well, it's borderline hot tub temperature. I know people that run their hot tub at 32 degrees. So, yeah, it's pretty amazing. Sharks. Dolphins, definitely. So here at Anapa, it's very famous for the dolphins. And I'm pleased to say that they have returned a few months ago after the oil disaster. The wildlife obviously took a big beating, but the dolphins have returned, and that's one of the things that Anapa is famous for. And you can literally have the dolphins swimming around your legs. And yeah, seeing your first dolphin in its natural environment, i.e. in the sea, is it's amazing. I think that's the easiest way. Trying to think of a very correct word to describe the feeling, but it's just amazing. It really is. Yeah, just amazing creatures, and like I say, to be able to just walk in to the sea off of the beach and have them swimming around your legs. And yes, I've posted videos about it last summer on my channel, and updates on Telegram, and there are lots of videos about it. But yeah, you can literally just walk around with your phone up to your knees in water and have dolphins swimming around your legs. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. But I don't know about sharks. I guess, I don't know. If there's dolphins, there's probably sharks, isn't there? I haven't seen any. I haven't heard about sharks. Actually, your wife has a big heart. Yeah, yeah, and some. Don't really know how it fits in her body, to be honest. She has got a big heart. She sees the good in everyone. To her detriment at times. But no. Eleni, okay. So they say without dolphins, there are no sharks. Okay. I see them come by the boats when we go out. They feel us. Okay. They fear us. I don't know. I'll bow down to your knowledge on that one. I don't know. But they're definitely dolphins. I know dolphins attack sharks, don't they? There's been numerous cases of dolphins attacking a shark, and it's nature, isn't it? Sharks attack dolphins, dolphins attack sharks, blah blah blah. But I don't know. Not going to pretend to. I can tell you there are dolphins. I can tell you there are bloody jellyfish as well at times here. Because a couple of years ago I got stung 3 times, nearly died. I was nearly, wasn't I? I was nearly, no, I wasn't, was I? No, she's heard this story, she's not impressed. I was nearly dead. Luckily, because I was a Special Forces Vietnamese sniper, did all of the life-saving training, that I was able to save myself from the absolutely savage and vicious multiple jellyfish.
By running away from them?
By running away from them. Yeah, it's a good point, well made. Harsh, but fair. Yeah, no. I did get stung by a jellyfish though. It felt like a stinging nettle. So yeah, get jellyfish here. Obviously it's warm water, so they kind of like that. But again, there's a season for them. It's not like they're there all the time. They're there for a couple of weeks, I think. But the water here is crystal clear. Crystal clear. So you can see everything. You can see your feet. You know, even if you walk out up to your chest, you can see the bottom. It's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So very, very, very popular destination for Russians. But outside of Russia, have you heard of Anapa until you found my channel? Probably not. Anapa maybe, but that's in Cyprus. Unost? What's Unost? It's a sanatorium. Very busy in there. Another sanatorium, I think. I'm always wary about what I film, so I never really know. Some stuff might be military, and I'm never going to knowingly film anything military. I wouldn't want to give the neighbours any information that they don't deserve. Oh, right. There are small sharks in the Black Sea, like 30 to 50 centimetres. Are there? Well, that's all right. I don't mind them. 30 to 50 centimetres is all right. It wouldn't fit me inside it. Once they start getting above 2 or 3 metres, then I start to worry. But no, 30 to 50 centimetres, that's cool. Oh, chosen one. I was wondering how long it would be before somebody asked me a silly comment. No. Didn't fart. Have we walked past the wife, do you think, or was she just waiting for us?
Oh, well, she said she's walking really slowly because she's hoping that we'll get to her before she gets to us.
Really slowly? She's walking backwards, I think. We're nearly back. Look, there's the mosaic of the bus shelter that you saw earlier. This place looks amazing. I'm not going to film it. It does look amazing though. I'd love to film it, but I'm not going to. Because it looks amazing. So you have to take my word for it. No, I didn't fart. Piss on jelly sting to live. Yeah, I didn't fancy doing that on the beach. And like I say, you know, it was my Special Forces training that saved my life, and I was able to overcome the intense and severe pain and the paralysing effects of that pain. And my daughter's looking at me like, shut up, retard, you got stung by a jellyfish, get over it. So I'll shut up about the jellyfish now. Ah, the wife is there. Right guys, thank you for joining me on my ramblings. Don't listen to Western media, it's all a load of bullshit. It's an absolute load of lies. If you want to know what's really going on, ask a Russian or ask an idiot that lives in Russia, and I'll give you an honest answer. It'll either be one, I can give you an answer to a question, or I say I don't know, I'll find out. But I won't bullshit you, there's no point. And if you want anything filmed, if there's something that you'd like to see, let me know. But until then, thanks for joining me. Please like, share and subscribe if you haven't already. Sharing is caring, remember. Thanks for the donations. That is appreciated. And I am going to take my wife out for breakfast. So, well, it's lunch now, blimey. Anyhow, thanks guys. I'll see you in the next one.